But I think we're I need to bring up everything like Twitch and what the hell's going on here? And YouTube. See what's happening. Yesterday was pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Obviously seeing a lot of volume and seeing a lot of volume today, but that volume doesn't really matter right now. We want to see volume when the burn tax hits. Why am I uploading a video? I'm not trying to upload a video. I'm trying to go live. Got 35 people here is what it shows. Good morning. Good morning. Lunic is down. Lunic is down. It's down quite a bit right now. I finally got a chance to redelegate my my Lunic that I have in there. So the Lunic rewards, I wanted to put more into my Lunic staking. And I did end up staking that 50,000. So it wasn't like a crazy amount, but I ended up staking that. So I'm happy about that. Because I couldn't do it on the actual browser, the actual website. But when I went into the app on my phone, it worked. So I was like, all right, well. What happened to Lunic? Is it dumping? It's decreasing, yes. You're going to see people that got gains and then they're going to accept their gains. That's exactly what you are seeing. It's down, about 30% on the day. We'll definitely get into Lunic itself and obviously going into every other position as well. Good morning, Skitsy. Good morning, very healthy. Whales are pulling out. So this is the thing. You have to understand that whales are a part of investing. Whales are going to invest. They're going to pull out with small gains, and small gains being, 30, 40, 50, 100%. That's what they do. If they invest $1 million, then when you want to gain 300,000 and then call it a day, it's just like if you invest, $10,000, you gaining $3,000 is a big deal. Maybe you can double your investment in certain situations, but if you can easily take profit, then you can take those profits. But you have to make sure that you find the best way to take profits. It's not all about, holding until the end of the line, right? You find whatever profit you had, you take some profit. Maybe you can run with the rest, or you can take all the profit, whatever you wanted to do. But whales will do it a simple way. They will buy in with $1 million or $2 million or $10 million. They'll sell it 30 or 50%, or maybe even 100%, and then they'll be happy with that. Then they'll find another low. They'll invest in again whenever they feel like it's going to run. So they only really invest in to the position when there is potential for it to run on that day, when you can see volume in that day. Matt, you look very sleepy. I'm actually not. I'm pretty good. I'm not sleepy at all. You're making me thinking about yawning though, so that's not a good thing. So I'm yawning. Thanks for saying that. All right, we got 288 people here. I don't know if you saw my video. If anybody else saw my video yesterday about Lunatics token and how they have officially hit 2 billion that they have burned. I know it's not it's going to change everything, but it is the largest amount that has been burned by far. Literally 4x the person that's in second, or the company or whatever it is that's in second, the burn method. Matt, you're a wonderful person. You were right. I was wrong about Luna. I apologize. Well, it takes a big person to recognize that. And nobody's 100% right about a position that they talk about or about anything that they talk about. I mean, obviously, if you have like definitions you're talking about, that's the definition, that type of thing. But when we're talking about investments, nobody's 100% right. I can say that things are going to run, you can say that things are going to fall, and both of those could happen. So I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm 100% right. But I do appreciate you saying that, James, because it takes a big person to admit that. Um, and there's a lot of people that will not. So you are better than 90% of people in the world. I have to withdraw all my crypto on Binance in 5 days. I'm in France. No idea what justice problems are going on. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there, but that sucks that you have to withdraw all your crypto in 5 days. That's horrible. Hopefully you get some sort of gains. I know crypto market doesn't really look too positive. Can you explain the price action of Luna? So we saw a large increase. We saw a large increase for Terra Luna Classic, where we saw $2 billion in volume, almost $2 billion in volume. I think it was 1.9, and then now we're sitting at 1.6 billion in volume today, even on the downside. So people that bought in, not just people, but larger holders or larger investors that bought in, decided to there we go, decided to sell their position. So say if they bought in $1 million, they gain 50%, right? They gain $500,000 off of that investment. They're going to take that, right? You invest, $10,000, you gain $5,000. There's people that are going to take that, right? It's about taking your initial investment, keeping what's left, and then you obviously have all gravy that's left there. So that's really the price action we are seeing. And the good thing is, guys, I don't want to see it run right now because we understand that we have the burn taxes coming up. If we see it run right now, we see higher prices, which means that it's very difficult to burn the amounts we want to burn. And the good thing about these type of scenarios where you see a whale that comes in, they sell their position as well after it does increase quite a bit. You're seeing it increase, so it goes from the 0.00015 all the way up to 3, basically doubling in price, which makes it difficult to burn there. But then you can burn on the way up, and then it also burns on the way down because people are selling that same amount of volume, if not more volume, because they're selling it for a higher price versus buying it for a lower price. Does that make sense? So that's the good thing about the volume that people don't understand. They're like, oh, when people buy up this volume, the price is just going to increase, increase, increase. No, the volume doesn't necessarily mean that it will always increase. We see 1.6 billion right now, and that's because you see a lot on the sell side. And that's a good thing, because if you see it on the sell side, you're seeing the volume increase while the price is decreasing, which is a plus for the burns, a huge plus for the burns. Because 1.6 billion, like I had yesterday, I put in here, instead of 5 billion, we had 1.6 that's not it, 1.6 billion, and you take 1.2% of that, to end up getting 66, this has to just be a number, 66.2 billion that you can burn off. And that's with I think it's with a certain price. Let's go back up here. It's with a price of basically 0.0003, right? 0.00029. You could see 1.9 trillion that could burn off every single month if this does happen, and it's that much volume every day. Now, just imagine you decrease the price to where we are. I believe it's 22, right? You're looking at 87 billion, and in a month you can burn off 2.6 trillion. So it gives you so much more of an ability to burn when you can have volume, a high volume on the way down. So I'll take that any day of the week. The problem is, the burn tax isn't implemented yet. So we need to wait for that to happen. Matt, will Binance have a staking for Lunic? Not 100% sure. I would imagine they would. You can stake it. You can stake a lot of other positions. I would imagine you could also do that eventually. And I also see the same thing for crypto.com. I think that they will be able to stake Lunic as well. But I'm not the one who makes those decisions. That's Binance, that's crypto.com, and we'll see. I don't invest in Binance because I'm not. I would have to be in Binance.us, which I don't believe in even has Lunic. Any thoughts on Anchor earning on Terra Station? Is it working at all? I don't know how to, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Sorry that I can't answer that. Um, I have a question that I don't think has been addressed. Uh, that is effect of upcoming Ethereum merge on Lunic. That is the effect of upcoming Ethereum merge on Lunic. I think depends how Ethereum reacts to it, right? If Ethereum reacts to the merge, obviously in a positive way, we hope that in a positive way. But if it reacts in a positive way, then we could see the same thing for Terra Luna Classic. And I think that for this time, if we can see the merge take over kind of the market, at least the market volume, you're going to see Ethereum kind of lead the market into success versus Bitcoin leading the market into success. So I think it could have a positive effect on it. But luckily, that's the middle of the month as well. So hopefully we see volume on top of volume on top of volume, and we could see burning on top of burning on top of burning with all of these this news that's going on. Nothing can stop Lunic all the way up. Binance already started Lunic staking at 2%. There you go. Why is there so? Why'd you put it so many times? Matthew, type Binance into your delegations on Terra Station. It's there. So you're doing it on Terra Station for Binance? Binance staking. There we go. But why does it have 0% voting power if you have Binance staking? Stop spamming, bro. Yeah. Um, who's spamming? Did he spam? Is he keep spamming? He's still spamming? If he's still spamming after where it is now, I'm gonna stop it. But just try to stop doing that. Do you think Luna T will hit a $1.50 price point? It depends. I mean, we got to see what the volume is because right now, I think they're down as well. If I'm not mistaken. Oh no, they're up. They're up by 9%. Sorry for saying that. But we have to see the volume. We have to see the volume pick up. We have to see more exchanges pick up because 100 billion. If we see that at $1, it's $100 billion market cap. That's way too high. Yes, it can find a way to get to a billion. I don't know what their mindset is on burning and how much they're going to burn down to. Yesterday they had like an AMA, and I was listening, and they were talking about burning and how much they're looking to burn to, if there's any type of minimum supply they have, but they don't really have anything in mind right now. Right now, they're trying to focus on, keeping Luna up in these prices and, adding to liquidity and, making sure that all investors are taken care of by getting the rewards, by getting the burns, by having the burns of Lunatics token as well. So they're not really focused on the lowest amount or the minimum amount that they can survive on. I think that seeing them at less than 1 billion would be phenomenal. And they also asked about a burn that they were going to do of their own token, maybe another 10 billion burn or 5 billion burn or something like that, just to bring the supply down overall. So it's definitely interesting. I think they can, but it all depends. There's a volume issue. There's so many variables that go into this. But speaking of lunatics, I haven't checked into staking at all because I know that they were supposed to have staking that's live. That was supposed to go live in like a couple of hours. So yeah, I don't see anything on staking yet. So I guess staking isn't live yet. and we'll probably get an update from them this morning somewhere, somehow. Matt, take profit or hold Luna. You, if you were thinking of taking profit, you should have taken profit at the high yesterday. Right now, I think you're approaching some of these levels where you're getting back to normal. But I will never tell you to do something. I will never tell you to take profit. Um, because if you're depending on my decision, then it's not going to work out well for you in the future. What if I'm not here and you have an investment? What if I didn't stream on a day? You need to make sure that you are set up um, to sell whenever you need to sell. If you feel like you need to take profit, then take your profit. Mine is for the long term. So I know that I already took my profit. Once you take a certain profit, Matt's going to do exit plans. Uh, wait, I'm going to do Matt's exit plan. Yeah, you should. You should always see how much you're going to make with that exit plan. Um, but you should always find a place where you're going to take profit so you can remain comfortable with the situation, no matter if it goes to zero or if it goes up to whatever price it goes up to. So for me, um, I already took, I guess, $5,000 profit now because it was 6,000, but I added another 1,000 from that 6,000 in to Lunic to basically get the 8 million over in Terra Station. So you always want to find a time where you're going to take profit. You take that profit. You're happy with that. If everything fails and you go to zero, you gain $6,000. You gain $2,000 from it. That's what you need to see, is that you gain your initial investment plus a ton of profit. Somebody commented yesterday, and I just saw this comment today. I didn't respond to it. I was going to, but was getting ready this morning. But they basically said that this guy always talks about how he invested or he only has $40 in Terra Luna Classic, and it's kind of not true where he's coming from. I invested $40 at the bottom. I have probably just as much as a normal person of Terra Luna Classic. I'm not one of those YouTubers that comes on here and has 49 billion of something and then talks it up because they want it to absolutely explode and keep talking up because they want it to explode. Yes, I want Terra Luna Classic to explode. I want it to go to higher figures, not right now, but I do want it to go to higher figures. But I only have 44 million. There are people out there that have 50, 100, a billion, right? There's so many bigger holders than me. And I understand why. I wanted to collect my initial investment, so I bought at $40, sold to gain $6,000. Yes, I put $1,000 in there, so my total profit right now is, or realized gain is $5,000 from Terra Luna Classic, and that's even because I made sure it was. I took 1,500, 1,500, and then $3,000 worth at certain levels from the low all the way until what we saw with the peak point of this downward spiral or bottom area. So once you gain your initial investment, you should be happy with that and then go on about your day. Matt, how exactly does Terra Station work? How does the staking work in Terra Station? That's something that I don't know the information behind. But I know you can't, well, from what I see, you can't buy anything on here. So everything has to be transferred within there. So you're just staking with certain validators. Once you stake with those validators, you now gain a certain reward structure from them that you'll receive in Lunic or USTC. So if you go to staking rewards, you'll see all the ones that you have. So you have, 2,000 Lunic, 8 USTC, all these other positions as well. So it'll just pad your wallet as you stake it. There's no point in having it over in Terra Station if you're not going to stake it. So yeah. Good early morning. Yeah, it is pretty early. I'm gonna have to get off of here at 8:30 because I have both the kids home with me today. So Harper's probably gonna be upstairs watching TV at like 7:30. So 8:30 is when I'm going till, and I'll hop off then. And then I probably won't post anything until I don't know, we're like 4 o'clock. And then there's also an AMA that you guys, well, not an AMA, more of like a I don't know what to call it, just an interview, I guess, with DJ Trev. So I'll make sure to share that. Who do you stake with? I stake with Smart Stake. Crypto saying, thank you for the $4 super chat. Morning, Matt. So what's this about TFL having to merge the burn before September 5th? I thought it was a go. I thought it was a go as well. Where are you hearing this news at? Is that on what is it called? The Terra Rebels Discord group? I thought it was a go as well. I didn't hear anything about that. Yeah, where did you hear that, Crypto saying? Uh, let's see. Flexible savings, not staking. Hey, Mr. P. I see the price has dumped. Yeah, it's decreasing. DJ Trevor in the house. Is there a plan for repegging USTC? So yes and no. Um, so I believe if you guys are a part of the Terra Rebels Discord group, which I believe we're gonna be talking about in this whole interview that we're gonna have later today, what 5:30 or so. Um, and as we go down here, I kind of focused on this because obviously you like to focus on the solution. You understand really the background behind USTC and Lunic, but I talked about this in my previous video, and I don't know if I'm interpreting this the right way. Um, it I mean, it's kind of straightforward. So Lunic holders should buy the debt of USTC through a community effort. Basically, would be a one-off transaction, creating enough Lunic to buy 9.9 billion USTC. So uh, that's obviously an issue on when we're going to buy the 9.9 billion USTC, and or creating enough Lunic or minting enough Lunic in order to do that. Right now, if we decided to mint 9.9 billion of 9.9 billion dollars worth of Lunic, it would make this into the hundreds of trillions in the price, and that wouldn't really work out well. We want to see the amount burned down, then we can mint another 9.9 billion while you have the burn tax. But I feel like the best situation instead of doing that would be to create a burn tax for USTC as well. I feel like getting that down to a lower figure would be perfect. What platform sell Lunic and Lunatics? What platforms sell Lunic and Lunatics? Well, Lunic is on many different platforms. Crypto.com, you can get it on PancakeSwap. You can get it on Binance. You can get it on, I think, KuCoin as well. So there's so many different platforms there. Lunatics token, there's only 2 or 3 platforms. There's Coinin, LBank, and you can get it on PancakeSwap. So you can do all of that on those platforms. Hey Matt, do you hold any ADA? Yes, I do hold ADA. So if we go over to my my Coinbase wallet, I did just buy more ADA, which I alerted my my Patreon. I have $1,100 worth of ADA, which should be about 2,000 plus ADA. I do plan on buying more of this position. I feel like it has a growth potential, and it's sort of around the same area that I see Krillcoin. So I should probably have the same amount invested into Krillcoin. Now, Krillcoin is down to 40 cents, and I expect to see something bigger when we see a massive run. But right now, it's down to some of these lows, and I would say that Cardano is in that same range, except Cardano has more not potential, but hype around it, right? Cardano has more coins, right? You see this at a level to where it has billions of coins. It has 162 days of hold time, but it has 34 billion coins, which is 76% of the total supply. But then you go into something like, Krill, where you're sitting at the same price, but you're looking at 38 million, not billion, 38 million, which is 78% of the total supply. The typical hold time right now is only 5 days. I expect the hold time to be a lot more when people see what this can be. And that's why I hold 6,000. Yes, 6,000 krill, and I'll probably buy more as time goes on. So we will see. We will see. HCC's last video said about the TFL having to merge. Yeah, that's confusing because I thought they already did that. This is where this stuff kind of goes over my head. The like too many technical pieces of it. I'm just looking for the hey, we're a go. Everybody updated, we are upgraded, and we're good to go as soon as the date hits. As soon as the block hits. Please consider doing a video on staking Lunic on the BNB network if you learn how. So I won't be able to. Oh wait, you're saying staking it on the BNB network, like as in through MetaMask or through Binance, if you're talking about. I don't have access to Binance, so I won't be able to do that. But someone that does have access to Binance probably will. And I can't do it on Binance.us. Again, I don't think it's available on Binance.us. How come you have so much invested into Farm? So Farm has a lot of potential, right? And the reason why I have so much invested in Farm is because I've already made $10,000. Is it $10,000? $9,000 from this position. I can't remember exactly how much it was. I actually have more invested into Farm. I have 1,000 more dollars over in crypto.com. Farmcoin has a very, very low supply with points to where it gets like hyped up very quick. So less than a million coin supply at a $41 price, where this has been up to a level. If we look at the last year, obviously it's been up to a level of $200+. It has been falling down just like everything in the crypto market. But if we look at, we scroll in, we can't look at all history here. Let me show you guys on a different thing here. So let me show you Farm. So Farm actually hit $300. It hit $400. It hit some of these way higher levels this year to date. Let's look at let's look at all history. You can see here that it hit $400. It does have peaks, it does have valleys, and finds a way to hover in these areas. So if you're investing a decent amount at $30 or $40, that shows so much potential. But is that the end of the potential? No. Will I sell everything that I own when it does go to $200? No. I will sell probably a big portion and then hold like 40, maybe 50 afterwards. But turning my $27 buy of Farm, because it did drop to $27, to $200, that's literally a 10x. So, I can see massive figures. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. So I think Farm definitely has a lot of potential. Yes, you only see 1.7 million in volume, but all volume besides Lunic and, Terra positions are sort of down in volume. But I expect so much more out of Farm. And again, I've already gained $9,000 from it in previous investments. And right now I'm up on that crypto.com investment by $800. So, I mean, it's working. Everything that goes into there, it's like when things are working, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right? That's the saying. Good morning. I have a question that I haven't gotten answered for, but Lunic on PancakeSwap, I want to send it to Terra Station. Do you have to unwrap it before sending it? You have Lunic on PancakeSwap. Is it wrapped Luna? Because if you have it on PancakeSwap, you have to find a way to send that to Terra Station. And the way that you send it is you have to get it on the Terra network. Which the way that you get it on the Terra network or the Terra chain is by sending it to a certain exchange. Maybe it's Binance or maybe it's crypto.com. But then after you send it to crypto.com, you can send it directly to Terra Station from there. Now, it will cost you some fees in order to do that, but it shouldn't be expensive. You should pay the largest fee that you should probably pay is from the Binance network, which will be most likely a few pennies to $1 or something. But then when it comes to Lunic, you'll probably pay to Lunic to send it over to Terra Station. But make sure you test everything to make sure it's going to the right place. Because if it doesn't go to the right place, then you're sending millions out into limbo, and then that's lost coins. And I don't want lost coins because we obviously want coins to be in circulation so we can burn those coins. If we lose them, we can't burn them. The way I look at it, the burn is a self-destruction to eliminate the available Terra Luna Classic, diminishing the availability itself. It will cause the price to soar. Hold on to what you buy now. Show my portfolio. Show your portfolio, please, of Luna. Yeah, sure. Luna or Lunic? I have both. So this is my portfolio of Luna. I have 35.56. I'm gaining new Terra Luna Classic every day from Luna T. So this is increasing. And then I also have my 8 million over here. That wasn't the lowest price. The lowest price was much lower than that. The bottom happened when all the exchanges suspended Lunic trading. Exactly. People don't understand that, where they're like, how'd you get it that low? The lowest price only shows, like if you go to Coin Market Cap and you go to Terra Luna Classic, the lowest price here for the year only shows 4 zeros, 0.000016, which is insanely low. You know, that's basically what, $16 for a million? So that works, right? I think that's $16. Yes, $16 for a million. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah. And I ended up buying $40 and got 63 million. So obviously it was at a lower point. It was at a point to where you had 5 zeros at least. And it was that low. Every exchange, like you said, every exchange basically paused Terra Luna Classic. And while you have those exchanges, this is what the average price is. And then you have PancakeSwap over here that just let it flow. And I was able to buy it and see it at the absolute low and see that I can buy $40 worth, and it gives me 63 million coins. Another super chat. What do you think the price of Lunic will get to by 2023 mid-year? So it really does depend. I think if we're going to see the full restructure of this entire thing, I think 2023 will be interesting. Well, 2022 will be interesting as well to see what we do and what we propose. But I think if we're looking to repeg USTC, if we're looking to get Terra Luna Classic back to a normal price point, the first step, in my opinion, right, and other people may not agree with that. It's okay to agree to disagree. But the first step is to decrease the supply of Terra Luna Classic to get it to a reasonable point to at least support USTC. Even if USTC is not repegged, it can at least support USTC by you seeing a higher price for Terra Luna Classic. Maybe $2, $3, whatever, right? So you set everything up by burning all of this. Then you get down to, let's say, 10 billion, 1 billion, whatever you get to. That gives you the ability to run whenever the algorithm comes back into play. Then you have to find a way to set up USTC to burn down that supply, or pay off that supply. Now, the best case scenario would be to pay off the or burn down the 10 billion to 1 billion within the volume of USTC. So create a burn here, a burn there to reestablish everything, right? And then after you have it down to 1 billion, you can take $1 billion from Terra Luna Classic. If it's worth, $10 billion, you can take $1 billion from that $10 billion value to pay off USTC and repeg it. Then after you repeg it, re-enable the algorithm so that both of them have protection. If you take 1 billion and it turns to $9 and people are in support of that $9 change so that you can repeg USTC to $1 and re-enable the algorithm so that everything's supporting and running, so that Terra Luna Classic now has the ability to run to $40 because it has that normal use case. It has where it was in the past, and all you need after that is that form of security. I recommend keeping the burn tax. The reason why is because the burn tax can fund some sort of a pool that can push it forward. Now, why am I saying all this when you just asked what's the price going to be mid-year? Well, during that whole time, I actually expect 2023 to be a very important piece to where we don't see it push above $10. We don't see it push probably even above $5. We see it, fight in these areas because we're more focused on pegging USTC versus Terra Luna Classic growth there, right? You want to see the entire, chain grow, not just Terra Luna Classic, because it creates no use case if it doesn't have the algorithm. So hopefully that makes sense. I think that's the best case scenario. Check the link I posted in the chat about Ed stating the TFL merge needs to happen for the burn to work. What's the easiest way to burn Luna T? Buying it, selling it, that's the easiest way to burn it. Or you can just send it to the dead address yourself. But I wouldn't recommend it. Just hold on to what you have. They automatically burn, so it doesn't make sense. I have to look at... I don't see anything there. Last two paragraphs of 2 pages, I don't think they're suggesting minting that amount. It's a UST over Luna swap. USTC USTC to Luna swap. Yeah, well, they're saying that anybody holding USTC should, well, from what I was getting, USTC, anybody holding it should basically take what they have and swap it over to Lunic, and USTC would be at a way lower price to buy up that volume. That's, I mean, again, you can interpret it the way that you want to interpret it, but it is pretty straightforward. It's just some things can have different meanings unless it's explained by that person, if that makes sense. But the way that I looked at it, just with that statement alone, it does show that a one-off transaction creating enough Lunic to buy 9.9 billion USTC. So what they would do is essentially take USTC, swap it out for Lunic to bring down the value of that, and then you would create a ton of Lunic there to buy the $9.9 billion worth, or 9.9 billion USTC, hopefully at $1 value. But I don't know. I have to fully get a breakdown of this, because the way that I'm looking at it, it doesn't fully line up. Like, I understand it's a great situation, but I think you should decrease the amount of Lunic first, so that you can see the price of Lunic at a higher amount if they are looking to create more Lunic, which is stated creating enough Lunic. And I mean, I try and look at it through through one lens here, because if you overcomplicate it, I mean, I tend to overcomplicate it sometimes. If you overcomplicate it, then it bites back at you. Greetings from Belgium. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Are there still tokens out there that cannot be found from former Terra Luna? So yeah, there's still tokens that are lost. And those tokens that are lost can't be found, so they can't be burned. But again, we don't know the number of that. Maybe someone does, but I don't know the number of it. And I would imagine within this last few months, we don't have a crazy amount that's lost, right? We at least know that we have 2.6 trillion that are there, and they're not lost within the Binance wallet, right? But then everything else, we have to figure out if they are lost, if we have anything that's lost. I would imagine it's within maybe 100, 200 million, which means that we can really only get this down to realistically a billion. But that's my thought process. Before all of this took place, the circulating supply was in like 300 million or so. So I would imagine it's like 100, 200, 300 million that's actually lost from this whole entire situation. Because this is brand new. All these new coins that have been minted, this is brand new. So if that is brand new to where it's only a few months old, you're not going to see a ton of lost coins. All right, you convinced me. I just bought 1 million Terra Luna Classic, set my sell target at $1 and forgot about it. So I don't think it's that type of coin. Like, it's going to be worth so much more once they do figure out how everything's going to get back to normal and how it's going to be supported. So should you set it at $1, I think you should have different points, because if you bought 1 million, maybe you wanted to, you're going to take a $500,000 at 50 cents, right? And or take $250,000 at 50 cents, because if it's at 50 cents and you take 500,000, it's going to be worth $250,000. Now you want to find different levels to take profit at. I would say don't just settle for only $1. If it gets up to 76 cents, why not settle for 76 cents? It's great to take profit. So I'm not saying that it's that type of coin, what you are saying in the super chat. I think it definitely can have value, but right now it does not have the use case that it had before. eToro won't let me buy more. Says I've reached my exposure limit. I only bought 2K worth of coins over 15 positions. That's stupid. I mean, it's good that they protect you. Maybe they have issues with people that, have overexposure, right, to the crypto market, which is, I guess, understandable, but they shouldn't limit people on what they can buy. And only 2K worth of coins over 15 positions. That's a little ridiculous. Unless you're trading on leverage, then that makes sense. Is Do Kwon out of the Terra Luna project? I don't believe so, no. Can I stake USTC? Not right now. Sorry to bother everyone. I have MetaMask and I have 500 plus K Lunic, and I have Lunatics, and I have Luna on there as well. They are the correct addresses too, but I haven't gotten rewards. So you should have gotten some rewards, at least some. I know it won't be a lot because Lunatics token doesn't really have a crazy amount of volume right now, but you should have gotten something. If you have any issues, I believe the Lunatics team can definitely assist you with that. But yeah, I hope that you get it figured out. If you have the right addresses and make sure they are the right addresses, then it should work. So you're suggesting it could be as high as $5 in 2023 if all goes well. Yeah, if all goes well, we could see something way higher than $5. It just depends. Leave the chair in charge when you go take care of the fam, Matt. Oh, I'm not gonna just leave the stream on while I'm upstairs with the kids. I mean, that's not really responsible. And then we're gonna go when Erica gets off of work. We're gonna go and see the Minions movie with the kids. So that should be fun. Good morning, friends. I'm from Brazil and I need help. What do you need help with? Let's scroll down and just catch up. Lunatic giveaway. I need some. Not right now. I need to talk to the Lunatics team. I don't want to give too much away because that obviously creates selling pressure as well. Even though you're giving it to someone else, it creates selling pressure because there are people that actually take the amount that you have or the amount that you get in Lunatics token and they just sell it because it's $50 worth. And it's okay. You can do that. If you're getting a giveaway, you can do whatever you want with your position. I don't care. But it does create selling pressure just a little bit for some people. But I think they will do something. I think Lunatics token will do something. Guys, if you are if you guys haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed and you've been watching me for a little bit, hit the subscribe button. It helps me out. I'm on the road to 200,000 subscribers. I can't wait to get there. I really can't. And also, if you guys want to check out my Patreon, feel free to check out my Patreon where I have, different things here. I did post the proposal within there if you guys are interested to see this breakdown here. There is going to be a live stream later today, or I don't know if it's going to be a live stream or just a video, but there's going to be a live stream or some sort of thing later today on DJ Trev's channel. If you guys are interested, go ahead and subscribe to him and watch that. I will retweet it and post it later. But yeah, if you guys want to join the Patreon, feel free to join the Patreon. There are multiple levels of the Patreon that you can join. And I'm thinking about buying some stuff today. But the problem is that Coinbase is being, for lack of a better term, an asshole. So I want to buy now. Would you? I'm waiting to unload this 3K. So for me, this is what I would do, right? I'm not saying that you physically need to do this, but at these levels, yes, it has come back down from the high, whatever the high point was here. And the good thing is, that you have that ability to reach these levels. And now, is it going to drop more? There's a possibility that it could definitely drop more. So what I typically do in these situations where you did have a retracement, I will buy a small portion. So if I have $3,000 to unload, I probably will either buy 33% of that position, so 33% of the amount that I have in total, or I will buy around 25% of the total amount. But I would say 25 to 30% to get your foot in the door. And then when you have maybe a lower level, if it does go lower, you can put more in there. But if you don't, then you still have $1,000 that you invested into it and you're fine, right? So 2,300 would get you 10 million coins. But looking at 1,000 that you're putting in there, since you do have 3,000 that you want to put in, another 1,000 would just get you about 5 million, maybe a little bit less, like 4 million or so. Can you only hit the like button once? Yes, if you hit it twice, you take away the like. Linux price is down by 21%, 25% from what I see. Yeah, we got to get YouTube play button. Hopefully we get more subscribers. I would love to get the gold YouTube play button for 1 million subscribers, but I'm okay with 200,000. It's crazy to me that I'm at this level. You know, when I first started on YouTube, where I was talking about personal finance, credit cards, budgeting, and you know, I still love that stuff. I don't budget as much. I should budget more. But when I was talking about that, it was great to be able to have those videos, that exposure, and all that stuff, and you know, getting at max probably 200 views, and then there was one where it was 1,000 views, and I was like, this is amazing. And now I'm getting thousands of views every day, and I'm just super grateful for the fact that I'm here and I'm able to do this full time without, you know, working a 9 to 5, you know, uh, and go through investments and gain money through investments, not only through YouTube but also investments there. I was looking at my investment accounts and I was like, wow, you know, I've come a long way from where I was with investing. And, you know, my long term investment accounts, my short term investment accounts, they all look great. I would say my stock market account, my Webull account, and my Fidelity account does not really look amazing. The long term positions in Fidelity look okay, but my individual stocks, yeah, they don't look that great. If we look at the entire market, right, the entire market is actually up 1%. You're seeing Bitcoin and Ethereum up. So Ethereum's up about 2%. Bitcoin's up 0.36%. You can see BNB that's up 0.44%, XRP that's up, Cardano that's up as well, Solana, Dogecoin, Polkadot, Polygon is up quite a bit. That's good. I talked about that investment recently. So if you guys are familiar with my Patreon, I talked about that investment as well. It's up 7% right now. Shiba Inu, that's up 0.33%. So some things are actually up. And obviously seeing Lunic that grew so much, now you're seeing it fall back down. I'm where you were and cannot imagine being where you are. Yeah, I think you'll get there with the amount of information that you give out, and as long as you stay consistent, you will get to where you want to be. And you know, once the extra like passive income and all that starts flowing through the door, you're definitely going to be happy with what's going on. Matt, you're living the dream. I'm so happy you can crush investing and not work a 9 to 5 job. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, I'm happy as well, and especially with the situation that I have, because like the kids, like Harper, just started kindergarten. I don't know how parents do it. You know how other parents do it, where they work a 9 to 5. Like if I was working at my normal job right now, I would have to find a way to take her to the bus every day, even though I would be leaving before the bus actually gets there. So it doesn't make sense how I would be able to do that. So I would have to start at 9 and leave at 5, which means that everything else that I would do would fall off the radar. So I'm glad that when Harper started kindergarten, that I work from home. So it just works. And I can take days like this and, you know, just go to the movies with the kids and spend time with the family. You know, it's way better than the situation that I have. Why do you still hold AMC? How long do you plan on holding it? Probably I plan on holding AMC for life. AMC, you know, gives me something that I have not been, well, not just the investment, but the business. I supported AMC for pretty much my whole life. It's part of my childhood, and I will never let, me personally, and I don't know if anybody else will, I will never let anybody crush that movie theater because of how much history that has within my life, just like what they kind of did with Toys R Us. And we couldn't save that. But eventually I think we will save AMC, and it's still heavily shorted. AMC is still heavily shorted. I moved all my APE to AMC because I believe in AMC and I wanted to lower my cost basis. But it's more of a wait and see moment. 9 to 5 has been burning people's time forever. That's true. Someone asked a question. I saw what it was. I don't remember. Something about Will the 1.2% tax be paid only for buying or for selling too? So it's buying and selling, any transaction. Multiple profiles. I don't know what that means. Sir, I follow you because you're great. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. Wouldn't repegging make UST continue where it left off and mint more Luna Classic, thus dropping Luna Classic's price? It's still owed billions in minting and has been recoded / reset where debt gone. So yes and no. So my proposal, my thought, right, is that we already have the 1.2% burn for Terra Luna Classic, right? Or the thought of it. It's not out there yet, but we already have it ready to be ready to be dropped on us. But then if you have a 1.2% burn of USTC, then that could be a good thing as well, because you can see that 10 billion total coins drop down to 1 billion. And when it does drop down to 1 billion and Terra Luna Classic finally burns off all their supply and they get to a price maybe of like $5 or $10 or something, now you can see a structure to where you can take $1 billion from Terra Luna Classic, which will dilute the position, right? You're minting 1 billion new coins, or you can mint not 1 billion new coins, but maybe if you have $10, you would mint 100 million new coins. Take that and pay off the debt of USTC, which would be in the form of just $1 billion, get USTC back to where it is. And yes, when you do turn on the algorithm and everything, you would mint new Terra Luna Classic in order to keep USTC afloat. Now, I recommend, instead of just minting the enough to build USTC up, you mint enough to build USTC up twice. Because if you do that, right, that would be $2 billion. Yes, you're going to dilute Terra Luna Classic's position. I'm about to sneeze. Maybe not. No, that sucks. If you do, basically mint enough, Terra Luna Classic in order to support USTC twice, then you have the ability to bring it back up to $1 and then also a reserve to support it if any attack comes on. So it can work that way. So you need some sort of support, some sort of security, and I don't know where that security comes from. The last time they tried to create this backing through BTC, and that didn't work because they didn't have enough. You need probably $1 billion, if not multiple billions, to back USTC. $230 per million. A moment of relief. I can buy now again. USTC is being burned also. It was already being burned from 12 billion down to 10 billion, but they need to continue to burn USDC to get that down to a lower state, because you kind of have to start from square one, but while you have investors, which is very difficult to do. It's like when you do a debt restructuring. Maybe Lunatics token will burn USTC in the future. That's not a bad idea. I know it won't be able to burn like a crazy amount right now, but that's not a bad idea. If they don't create a 1.2% burn, then Lunatics token can burn USTC as well. Yeah, so you can stake it in Trust Wallet. I thought the Lunix spreadsheet was open for everyone. That's what I said. That's what was said the other day. The Lunix spreadsheet is open to everyone. I've heard people had problems. So it's not open to everyone. It's open to any, at least Discord level member for Patreon. But what I can do, and what you can see, is if we scroll down here, see, some people don't have access to view the video. And I think that might be because the video that I have, if I go to content, the video that I have is members only, I believe. Let me check. Yeah. Oh, that's the metaverse one. This video that I have is members only. So let me go ahead and just not take off that. Let me just change it to private. If I change it to private, then people should have ability to watch it. but the only people that will know that it's there. That's what I'll start to do. Instead of just going to this members only, I'll private it, and then I'll send it to a certain member group if it is going to a certain member group. Because what we're noticing is that people that see it or view it people that view it over here will not be able to watch the video unless they are a member under that YouTube channel. So since this is my YouTube channel, it automatically shows for me, but other people cannot see it. So this should be unlocked for normal people, but you shouldn't be able to see you're probably not able to see the video. You can get the exit plan. And this is for expert profit hands there, or I think profit hands level, but there is a spreadsheet down here. Where's it at? There is the spreadsheet down here, Terra Luna Classic exit plan spreadsheet, and you would just click on that and you can get it. Let me see if I can change this to yeah, it's Patreons only, so any Patreon member can view this one. It's not fully public. Why not just mint 10 billion now and hold USTC reverse? Burn till the value is met. So the issue with minting 10 billion, you're minting 10 billion dollars. So you have to find a way to buy 10 billion USTC, and right now you can't do that. Let's see what you would be able to do, because you're minting it at you want to be able to mint it at a dollar value so that you can buy it all back for that dollar value. Because if you just mint the coins, if you just mint these coins, yes, it is only worth $320 million, which if it's worth I'm trying to figure this out. If it's worth $320 million, that's not at a dollar value. If you mint $320 million over there, you're just going to add this to here, which would give it a value of $640 million, which would increase the price to 6 cents. And that wouldn't be good, right? You want to increase the price to $1. It's not about minting 10 billion coins. It's about minting $10 billion. Right? Because you can get 10 billion coins in value, but it would only be at this value. Do you know what I mean? At the 3 cent value. You want to be able to get it up to $1 value, which if you just mint 10 billion coins, it's not going to get you there. But if you go over here, if you go over to Terra Luna Classic and you mint $10 billion worth, you only have a $1.5 billion market cap. So basically, if you're minting $10 billion, you don't only have to mint you're not going to only mint 6.5 trillion more coins. You're going to mint 12 trillion more coins, and then add on top of that, because it's still not at 10 billion, then add on top of that because it's still not at 10 billion, you'll probably see about 100 trillion coins in circulation if you decided to mint $10 billion worth to support USTC, which means this price would absolutely tank. And that wouldn't be good at all. Then it would be very difficult to burn down a lot of that supply, because you would be looking at 100 trillion. Yes, you would see USTC back to a repeg state, but there's nothing to support it up in that level. You know what I mean? Right now, you would see all of that over there, but then the algorithm is not there to protect USTC if you don't, if Terra Luna Classic is not at a reasonable price. Because if USTC is at $1, how can Terra Luna Classic support it if it's at 0.000000, like 2 or 1 or 5 or whatever? It's at less than a penny. It can't support something that's $1. Good morning. Any bad news today? Not really, besides the fact that it's dropping. It's down by 22%. I meant mint 10 billion Lunic for reserve for USTC. That's probably not a bad idea. Mr. Wee, that's probably not a bad idea. Because minting, I'm trying to think of how that can be structured, because No, there's sort of a problem there, because if you mint 10 billion right now for a reserve, and then once it reaches the value you support USTC, sounds great. The issue is that it can never get up to that value. I think what you should do is mint maybe 100 million coins to get to that level, because 100 million coins at $10 price would be $1 billion. And if you could decrease USTC down to $1, you're pre-minting those coins. So you always have that 100 million that's set. So instead of pre-minting 10 billion, you would pre-mint 100 million and sit that aside, which is not a crazy amount, 100 million or 1 billion if you wanted to. But either way, you want to get it to a certain price to maybe where it is $1. Matt, please scroll back up to my clarification. Okay. Come on. AFL merge must pull requests at GitHub if it is done at 5 September, so September 5th, then the proposal go live for September 6th. If not, the new target is September 20th, with a parameter proposal submitted on the 12th. Okay. Oh, I thought that was all included. That was different things. It's just one piece here. Okay, I thought you had multiple things that were coming up. But that's good clarification. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. That's something that will have to go into my notes. Detail. There we go. Do you all recommend Bonfire? That coin made me 15x my money. I got greedy and lost everything. Hopefully this doesn't happen with Lunic. I now have an exit plan. That's the mindset, is that you don't want to just hold on to something forever. You want to have an exit plan. And, I've had exit plans with many different things. I had, exit plans with AMC, and I did establish that exit plan, which actually assisted in my building my portfolio in cryptocurrency, because I sold about $20,000 worth at a certain level where I doubled my investment. I think I ended up putting more money into there, had $16,000. Right now, if I sold everything, I would be at a gain. But right now with realized gains, I only have about $10,000 worth of realized gain. But AMC has come back down in price, so technically overall, I would be at a gain. But if you just look at AMC itself and what I have versus what I sold, and not include everything else in the crypto market, it would be at a loss. That makes sense. The money I invested in Terra Luna Classic, I put that one out. So now I'm playing with the money I've earned. That's perfect. That's what I like to hear. It feels good that my money from my own investment is back. Yeah, that's exactly what I go for. If you're investing money and you find a way to get that money back, it feels so good to move along. Like if you have this exit strategy and you invest, let's say this much, and you take a profit somewhere around 0.008 cents, and you take $16,000, it's going to make you feel great about holding the rest. You only sold 2 million, you have 42 million left. You already gained your initial investment back, plus it's 3 times your investment. So you gain your profit, you gain your investment, you gain everything you want, and now you can sit on whatever you have. Everything else that you have there is gravy. So if you decide to sell at 5 cents and it's $2 million, it's all gravy. If it comes back down, to a value here, and you sell all 42, I guess, million, then you're going to look at this and you have 132,000. It's all gravy. Whatever it goes down to, it's all gravy. Stop spamming. Let me go to members, or not members only, subscribers only. Am I the only one that didn't take profits yesterday? I probably not. I mean, there's people that just didn't take some profits, but it's smart to take profits. I've been collecting, and I already have my profits, so I'm not going to take any profits. So I just hope that everybody else finds the same level to where they can accept profits, and then whatever they have that's left, they can leave on the table. Didn't take profits on Lunic yesterday. Now it's receding. Yeah, I mean, you're going to see that. Whenever you get a chance, like if you have not taken any profits and you see you double or triple your investment or something like that, take some profits, take something. And I know it's going to hurt you in the end to where you're like, all right, well, if I take 20 million, that's $20 million that I'm giving up. Probably. But the point is that you feel more comfortable about holding what you have, because you took some profits. Right? No matter what, everything else on top of that is gravy. Glad the spamming is over. Yeah. It was spiking way too hard, and I was afraid to take profits. I understand. I totally understand. That's not the only time to where you're going to be able to take profits. All right, so we got about an hour to this live stream, and then I'm gonna have to end it because got to take care of these kids. But I do appreciate people that are here, and 700 likes that we have. If you guys can get me to 1,000 likes, I would greatly appreciate it. Man, the algos came out hard this morning for Lunic. I don't know what that means. Like the YouTube algorithm, or you're saying the like algos in the markets? I do love biscuits and gravy. Always sell to break even on your initial investment, and then keep the rest and ride the wave to the top. Exactly. You never lose if you find a way to sell when you can break even, keep the rest on there. Even if you only gain, you don't 2x your investment. You only end up seeing a 50% rise, right? You take whatever you have in your profit, leave 50% that's there, and the rest is just gravy on top of it, right? I sell 10% of my tokens at 10 cents. Yeah, that's for me. I'm probably going to, like I said, I was supposed to adjust this because I still don't want to hold 3 million at the end, right? I'm not going to hold that much. I want to hold less than a million at the end because I think it can get to $100. It's just very unlikely for that to happen, and we have to see a perfect scenario for that to happen. I have 3 million Lunic. My first goal is 10K profit, then 50K, then 100K, and so on. When would you say I should do my first 10K exit? If you have 3 million right now, hopefully I can restructure this. You want to find the best spot for you, but if it was me to do a 10K exit, it would probably be I'm thinking between 1 and 5 cents. But I would probably say somewhere around 1 because you are going to see a retracement from there. So if you're looking for a first 10K exit, I would say there, which would be $1 million. Now, hopefully you have this staked to where maybe you can gain a little bit more on top of it, because then what you can do is take the staked percentage that you have and sell that. So if this doesn't end up taking off until 2 months and you gain 200,000 coins there, then you can sell that 200,000, and it's not necessarily taking a 10K investment there, but you can take something. So say if you do gain 200,000 in that whole entire span. So say it's a month, you gain an extra 200,000, right? That's $2,000 off of a $360 investment. Then you can push for a level of 5 cents, and that's where you can take your first 10K investment if you wanted to. So you can literally just take, let's just leave it at 800, which would be a 40K investment. So let's just dial that back to 200. 200K, that would be 10K right there. And then you still sit on, technically you should still sit on 2.8. So let's just bump this up. All right, so you're still sitting on 2.8, and then you can make those moves from there. So just figure out the best situation for you. Don't get overly greedy. Understand what you have there, and you can officially take more. Like you can take 1 million if you wanted to there and have 40K. But I would say the next level is probably 10 cents to where you take your 100K investment, and that may be 100 or 1 million, right? 1 million would be 100K. Then you could wait it out for 25 cents where maybe you can take another 200K. All right, that's another 50K. You're going a little bit downhill in how much you're going to take. Or you can go uphill. You can say, all right, I'll take 600. That's 6 million. I'll take 600, go to 150. I have 1.2 that's left, 50 cents. I'm going to go ahead and take, I don't know. Let's see if you want to take the other 200. That's another 100K. So total 362K, which would be life changing. It would be. And then you can wait for 1 million if you wanted to. And maybe you won't sell the exact million and you'll wait for it above that. But either way, you can find life-changing money from this as long as you do have the right selling plan. So make sure you guys go and check out the exit plan spreadsheet. The link is in my Patreon, which now you can also watch the video. You should be able to as long as you're in a certain level. What's going on here? No idea what's happening there. But yeah, definitely go and check that out if you guys are interested. Matt Lunatic's giveaway gives me every week, I think, 100,000. So I don't need to stake my Lunic. So then, yeah, there you go. If you're getting 100,000, then that's a way to take that profit and put that towards selling it. And that's exactly what I'm doing with this, right? I'm gaining more Lunic here, within Terra Station. I've only gained 50,000 total within the last 4 days of me staking, which is great. I've also gained USTC as well, which I plan on. I really want to gain a lot of USTC there because I don't know what USTC will be. But then also, within MetaMask, I gained 500,000 so far. Well, I've gained 2.5 million, but I gave away 2 million. So, Matt, where on Terra Station when you stake shows the percentage you get? Um, See, that's where I'm confused at because it should show rewards. But I guess it just depends on how much volume goes through there. Um, so that's I guess the only like issue that you see there. So I don't know where the actual percentage is. Uh, but I know I can see my actual rewards that happen. How to withdraw my staking Luna from Terra Station back to station. I'm new here, so how to withdraw it? You would just undelegate it, but it does take 21 days for it to hit your wallet because it takes 21 days to fully unstake, but you're not receiving rewards within that undelegation period. On my MetaMask, I've gained for 400,000 or 4 million Lunic, so it's a win-win. Yeah, of course. Go to your dashboard, you'll find it there. this the dashboard? I don't think it's the dashboard. I'm gonna go to my wallet. I'm so hungry. Would you say there's a chance that the burn um, it doesn't get implemented after all? And if so, will this rock bottom for sure? So, um, is there a chance that it doesn't get implemented? There's always a chance that anything could happen, but I feel like it definitely will. It has the support. I mean, the coding has the support from TFL, right? So, um, we should see the burn implemented unless they're not ready for it. So, is there a chance that it could not be implemented? Yeah, there's always a chance, but I feel like we will see it eventually. I hope that it happens on the first um, instance of, or the ability to get this or go live, I guess. But you never really know. You never really know where people's heads are. Please, where should we expect this dip to end? That, you can't 100% figure out exactly where the dip will end, right? It showed support, heavy support around 2400 yesterday, broke through that support. Now we're seeing it around 2200 to where it actually shows a pretty decent size amount of support as well. So, you can't really tell exactly where this will end because you don't know where the crypto market's going to go, as well as how what the whales are going to do within this position. So you could see whales completely pull out. You could see people completely pull out, and people may be taking profits right now because it's still up from where they were. How will repegging help when Lunic token has a lower value than USTC token? Wouldn't that mean minting more Lunic coins? So no matter what, even if it didn't have if it did have more value or it didn't have more value, right, it would still mean minting more Lunic. Now, if it does have more value, it means minting less Lunic to get to the value of USTC. I think repegging, you have to go through a certain situation to where you can repeg it. And there's a full, like the full debt that's over in USTC, you can't expect to pay that back sparingly, because if you pay it back sparingly, people will see that you're paying it back sparingly and they will take advantage of that investment. They will buy it at the low, and whenever you decide to buy yours, they will end up selling after you buy yours. So it's just going to be a back and forth situation. So you need to be able to burn down the supply of USTC. Once you do burn down the supply of USTC to 1 billion, now you can settle on paying back the 1 billion in debt. But it just all depends. So it can work. There's just so many different variables. Surprised no one is going when Lambo. Well, that's because the price is coming back down. One YouTuber had a billion Luna C. You know he sold. What YouTuber had a billion Luna C? What was his name? Do you know his name? So the price will go back up again. Yeah, the price will go back up. This is just a correction, especially after seeing a larger increase yesterday. You see 100%, you're going to see a fall. Now, whether you see a fall of, like 50% or seeing it just drop, because if it goes 100% and then drops 50%, it's back down to where it was. Whether you see a drop of 50% or you see a, um, a drop of 20 or 30%, right? It's no matter what, you're going to see a drop because the push was too strong. Is it better to keep my rewards in Lunic or USTC? So I have it in both, right? If you're in Terra Station, you understand that you're getting rewards in Lunic and getting rewards in USTC. I re-delegate my you know not redelegate. Well, I guess I delegate my Lunic, whatever I receive in rewards, but my USTC just sits here. And the reason why is because I don't know what USTC will go to. Right now, this is the value of what you're getting with USTC, 121. But if let's say that does get back to a dollar, now it's worth $121. Right. So the more that I'm gaining over there, the higher obviously value that I'm getting here. Now you can also say the same for Lunic, right? You're investing, in, this much Lunic here, and now you're able to see, um, maybe millions of dollars because that USTC is going back to Lunic. But I want to kind of diversify here. If I'm gaining Lunic already, I might as well take portions of that and put it towards burning, or not burning, put it towards my exit strategy, my exit plan, and staking, I guess, right now. So this hopefully can be worth 10 million by the time we see um, levels of selling, or by the time I end up selling this is probably going to be worth somewhere around 15 million. It'll have 15 million Lunic, um, and it hopefully will be above $1 because then I'll have $15 million in here, which means everything that I'm gaining within Lunic, I can send this to anywhere. I can send this back to crypto.com if I wanted to, and just pocket the Lunic, or pocket the dollar values that I'm gaining. So most likely I will hold a lot in here, whether it's worth $1 million, or it's worth $8 million. I expect to take a certain amount that I'm gaining, and maybe it's $2,000 per day, maybe it's $4,000 per day. I don't know, but it's going to be something, and I'm going to gain quite a bit from this in the end, as long as everything does play out the right way. Sorry, I'm late to the party. What's the plan to peg USTC? So there's multiple plans, but from what we understand, having an ability to create more Lunic to buy 9.9 billion of the USTC debt is the biggest, or the largest amount of information that we've gotten, or the best information that we've gotten. So Crypto King video announcing his second 500 million of Lunic purchase, titled I'm buying 500 million more Terra Luna Classic. Here's why. Yeah, see, it's great to be able to buy that much, but I feel like it's, it may show, in my opinion, it may show, kind of frivolous spending and investing. I don't think you need to spend that much. And if you have that much, you're looking to sell a lot earlier. If you have $1 billion, you're looking to sell way sooner than everybody else, because you gain millions as you do get up to a penny, as you do get up to 10 cents, and you're selling way before everybody else. And that's great. That's perfect. You can do whatever you want. But it's definitely difficult to put that much money out there into one position, no matter how much you believe in it, because then it makes you a whale, and then everybody looks upon you to sell at the right moment and make your moves accordingly, and make sure everybody else gains money out of it. If I'm holding less than a lot of other holders, then the expectation of or the output of where the dollar value will be is so much higher, right? If I'm holding 44 million and everybody else is holding 50 or 100 or something like that, the output that I feel is necessary for me is higher than where your output would be, right? If you wanted it to get to where you're holding 50 million, you only have to wait to get to $1. I have to wait for it to get to like $1.20 for it to give me 55 or 50 million. So yes, I may be holding more than a lot of people, but there's a ton of people above me. Crypto King is a joke. I wouldn't say he's a joke. He's definitely got some good information. I've popped up in his live stream a couple of times. I wouldn't say that anybody's a joke. I don't speak bad on anybody's name. I don't think anybody should either. So Jamie, thank you for that $10 super chat. I appreciate that a lot. Number one fan. Are you? Are you my number one fan? I appreciate that. Hey man, I have a question regarding staking. I tried to withdraw the rewards to see if it worked, and I tried the option of USTC and it didn't work. Could you please try and delegate in the same as in the same as you. So sometimes you have issues on this. So if you're saying you're trying to withdraw and redelegate and all that, and it doesn't go through, it just like spins and spins and spins. The reason that that's happening is just an browser issue. So I tend to do it through my phone. Get the Terra Station app. Make sure you link it to obviously the right wallet, and then when you want to collect your rewards, it actually goes through way faster on the app than it does on the computer, which is stupid, but it does. So I tend to redelegate on here, or I tend to withdraw on here as well. Sorry, Charlie, I speak my mind. No, it's okay. You can speak your mind. But let's just dial it back on like insults. I mean, you can speak your mind and say, somebody you don't like what somebody's information is or what they say. Um, and that's cool. But, you know, you don't have to say like, oh, they're a joke or they suck or something like that. People say that about me, and they can say whatever they want. Even within the live stream, sometimes they say whatever they want. Yes, there may be a chance where I mute you or block you, and probably a very low chance that I do that, but I could easily do that. Um, Everybody can speak their mind. It's just insults really, they just don't sit well with me, no matter who you are. Matthew the YouTuber is Satoshi. He bought literally at the bottom couple of billions of tokens and sold it with profit back then. That's amazing. I would have loved to bought billions back then because it wouldn't have cost me anything. I was literally ready to buy $500 worth, which would have been, so $40 got me 63, then $80 would have gotten me 120. So multiply that, let's just say multiply that by 5, and you're looking at 600 million or so. 600 million total tokens or coins that I would have had if I would have bought $500 worth, like I said I was going to. And the only reason I couldn't do it was because MetaMask wouldn't let me go through with payments. And it's kind of PSECU's fault because that was who I was banking with, and they suck. It's good that they want to check for fraud and all that stuff, but I bought from there like a billion times. They should have known that I was going to go through with their transaction. I just didn't want to call them in that moment. And I didn't call them. I should have called them, because if I would have, maybe I would have gotten the amount that I wanted. But still happy with the fact that I turned $40 into so much profit. It's a better situation for me being able to explain that I had $40 and turned it into millions of dollars of profit, instead of saying, you know what, I have $500 and turn it into millions of dollars, because that doesn't sit as well as, hey, I have $40 and I turned it into $250 million. That's a little absurd, but it's crazy. No matter what you're turning it into, $40 to any millions or $40 to any point, really, it sounds insane. That's where people are like, hey, can I start investing with $40? Well, of course you can. Look what Matt did. $40 to, this much. Why are others less bullish than Matthew on Lunic? They say that Lunic will get to $1 maybe, but it will take years and years. Are they using different math? So most people that are out there don't understand the potential that this has, right? I'm bullish on it because I believe that they're going to take the right route here. And other people just believe, oh, Lunix by itself, it's going to go to this level or whatever, and it can only get to $1 because 10 billion 10 billion coins at a $1 price point is a $10 billion market cap. 100%, that's all they think about. But they also, a lot of people don't factor in the fact that the coding states that, one, the burn doesn't have to be 1.2%, it can be higher. Two, the overall amount that could burn could be so much more than what they're stating, right? We could see less of a supply in the form of 1 billion or 100 million, which gives this a more bullish price of well over $1. And then we also have the fact of restaking USTC, so setting it back up to where it looks as if it's normal, but with more security. So if we can get everything to pan out the right way, that's why I'm so bullish on it. Now, I talk about this getting to way above $1, but I also have protections well before $1. Let me go back here. So you know that the way that I set things up, I also have protections way before $1 to where before 1 cent, I'm already making a sell. Before 10 cents, I'm already making a sell. At 10 cents, I'm making a sell. 25 cents, 75 or 45 cents, 75 cents, $1. So this is my protections while everybody else thinks it's going to get to $1. Yeah, it can, but I also have 9 million that's left above $1, right? So that's where my belief is. I'm not saying that I'm going to risk all of my position for well above $1, but I will hold some after it does reach $1 because I know that there's a potential chance that all of these things could happen, that you could see the repegging of USTC, that you can see the re-enabling the algorithm. You could see Terra Luna Classic burn a certain amount of, or all of their supply, basically like 99.9% of the supply, and get back to a normal state of 300 million, 500 million, a billion. Then you could see a $10 to $40 price, which makes it absolutely ridiculous, in the amount of gains. So that's why I have this gray area here. And that's just me. Not financial advice, but the dip, or buy the dip. Hold folks. Thank you for that $50 super chat, Richard. I greatly appreciate it. I really do. But you're right. I think, buying the dip is always a great thing to do, unless, you bought way lower. Like if you bought way lower, you're just increasing your cost basis. You don't have to sit on what you have or take some profit here and there. But you should always leave a chance for greatness, because you never know what's going to happen. Technically speaking, if they repeg, it would Lunic jump to USTC's price. If they repeg it to $1, no, Lunic wouldn't jump to USTC's price. Lunic should be higher than USTC's price before they completely repeg. I think the repeg and the re-enabling of the algorithm, you need to see Terra Luna Classic above USTC's price, well above USTC's price, probably more like at least 2 times what USTC is. If USTC is $1, Lunic should be $2. I think Lunic needs to be $5, but it needs to be at least $1 above what USTC is before they even attempt or think about repegging it. If I gain $1 billion worth from Lunic, is it possible to cash out at once? No. You will most likely have to. I mean, you can cash all of your Lunic out, but to be able to cash your money out of the exchanges, you can only do a certain amount per day. In most exchanges, some exchanges, it's a certain amount per month. So you have to send to the right exchange. What is the burning address for Lunic using? What is the burning address that Lunic is using? The Terra address? So they have a Terra burning address that Do Kwon created. And is there any way that the devs can use the burn to repeg USTC so that it's doing both at the same time? I think they can find a way to implement a new burn, but I think right now they're focusing on this burn. And then we can see a proposal that comes across as for burning USTC, which I think we did see in the past. I'm pretty sure, but I'm not 100% sure. Why is Lunic falling at the moment? Because we saw a large increase. Any large increase is going to be followed by a large decrease. I've heard people talk about MetaMonkey AI. Um, I actually saw something. I think it's Austin. He was talking about it, and I didn't get into the detail of it, but I guess the pre-sale is like close to what expectation was. Ed Kim said the burn tax affects all coins on the Terra station, so the 1.2% burn will affect USTC already when implemented. Wait, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Maybe I did hear that, but I chose to like um kind of drown it out maybe. Because now that I'm thinking about it, I think he did say that within the meeting that we had, and I just totally drowned it out. I was thinking of the the biggest piece coming from that meeting or interview was the fact that we can burn more than 10 billion coins, or burn more than we can burn down to less than 10 billion coins instead of just stopping at 10 billion. So that's interesting. If it affects all of it on the Terra station, on the Terra chain or Terra ecosystem, then that's good to know. Huh. Well, we'll have to see how that works then. We will have to see. But then does that mean that all exchanges that I guess offer USTC would have to update to that as well? I guess that's within the update. How long will it take Lunic to hit 1 cent? Um, Probably a little bit. I would think we're going to see if everything goes as planned. The end of the year is my goal for a fraction of a penny. So like 10%, 20%, 50% of a penny. But also having the ability to get above a penny there into the penny to 2 penny range. Now 10 cents. I think 2023 is probably more of the level. Now, if we see $1 billion in volume, this can happen a lot sooner, right? If we see billions and billions of dollars in volume as the burn tax is implemented, it's a different story. I do want to add this to my list of stuff. Oh, oh, please help me bridge wormhole to Luna. So I was having trouble with wormhole to Luna. It wouldn't go through, and I ended up losing 20,000 coins. So I don't want you to have to go through that. The best way that I see getting it over to Terra Station, if that's what you're trying to do, um, go from taking your Terra that you have now, or Terra Luna Classic, selling that for BNB. Send your BNB over to either Binance or Crypto.com. Change that BNB to Terra, and then send the Terra that's now on the Terra network over to Terra Station. It's a lot of work, but you don't want to lose any of your tokens or coins. Let's see. If Dokwon created that burn address, how do we know it's actually inaccessible and burning? Um, Usually by the name, usually by the name, but um, if you see volume that's going out, then that's where you know that it's not burning. But we know that it is burning. Don't ask me how anymore. We know. No, I'm pretty sure. I'm like 90% sure that he wouldn't, 99% sure that he would not do something like that to create an address that's actually open, and people can probably figure out if it is open or not. Just bought more Lunic. Matt, thanks for your hard work. Yep, no problem. I have Binance and other exchanges. Wait, have Binance and other exchanges agreed to the burn? They have the most percentage of trading. I need them on board too. So Binance, yes, has agreed to the upgrade. Does support the burn. They understand everything that's going to happen. We just need to see everything implemented there. and it hasn't been implemented yet. We understand that Coin-in is probably the only one that's really doing the 1.2% burn. If you go over to Lunic Penguins and you see the amount of burns that you see through, you're gonna go down here. You see Lunatics token that did a number of burns here. So 50 million, 50 million, 100 million, 100 million, 100 million. And then you can see Coin-in. It's doing the 1.2% burn for yesterday. Sorry, my voice just suddenly went out. What does volume have to do with the 1.2% burn? And so the burn is based off of how many dollars go through in the volume. So if you see the total volume that goes through and it's 1.6 billion, right, you can see $19 million that you're able to burn off. And if you take that and buy Lunic there at the current price of 0.00022, that would be 87.2 billion. And every month in 30 days, you would be able to burn off 2.6 trillion total coins. That's how much you would burn off if you see that amount of volume every day for 30 days. Now, somehow, some way, if you see this just absolutely skyrocket to where you see 5 or 10 billion, right, at a certain level, that's 500 million. So 5 or 10 billion, you're looking at 272 billion that you can burn off daily. And within a month, you'll be able to burn off the entire supply. That's if you see 5 billion daily. Now, we know that 5 billion daily is that's like Ethereum levels, right? That's Binance levels. That's Bitcoin levels. That's ApeCoin on the day of launch level and the day after. But if you can see those levels, maybe a billion, maybe 500 million, whatever, you'll end up seeing 1.6 trillion that can burn off per month. It would take 4 months to burn off the entire supply, right? And then I guess the same can go for USTC, whatever that volume actually is. Maybe I can do a video on that later. Everything on Terra network calculations. Whoa, $100 super chat from Chavang. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Hey Matt, we know Lunic will moon, but what if the 1.2% burn didn't go as so well? What'll happen? No one's talking about in this down market. In that case, I think us lunatic holders will moon harder. So if anything happened, let's say the 1.2% burn did not happen, right? If it didn't happen, we know that's going to happen. We just need to know when it's going to happen. If the 1.2% burn did not happen, then we know that the methods that are out here for burning already, you have a lot of support for burning, and we will find a way to implement something. It's just there's been so much talk and so much hype and so much movement around this 1.2% burn that it's going to happen. Whether it happens in September or October or November or whatever, it will happen and it will pass. It will be something that gets fully implemented, right? But if it doesn't happen, you can still see potential in where this can go. You still see the rise. You still see the ability to grow. Will this have an ability to get to 1 cent at some of those levels? If you can see a $65 billion market cap, which I don't see at this moment because there's no massive use case behind it. So in that scenario, yes, you could see Lunatics token that will run because it's the largest forming of burn or largest form of burning that you can have there. But I fully expect the 1.2% burn to be implemented, and then Lunatics token to also have growth in it as well, because they're going to focus on getting people the rewards that they need, and those rewards can equal to, let's say, if you gain 1 million Lunatics or Lunic token coins from Lunatics, you just gained $1 million, right? Or you can gain $100,000, whatever you see it at. But either way, you're gaining a decent amount from Lunatics token, not only just the investment that you're holding, but also seeing Lunic burn down and seeing the rewards that are going to your pockets every day. Thank you for that $100 super chat. I greatly appreciate that. And uh, I think everything within the Terra network, and hopefully Lunatics token becomes a part of the Terra network, will be pretty big. Ouch. I just hit my leg and it hurts. Um, a MetaMonkey AI pre-sale, the amount is 80% of the total 1,000 ETH pool amount. Pre-sale ends today at 12:59. So yeah, I mean that's still good. 80% of the entire pool, 1,000 ETH. If they were looking at that, what are they looking for? Like $1 million or $2 million market cap? About a close to a, or sorry, yeah, is that $1 million or $2 million market cap? Or is that billion? I've heard some good things about it, um, but I haven't dove into it yet. Crypto was never structured to make money. It was used so you couldn't track money transactions. So that said, it will take a year or two to get past that. Crypto was never structured to make money. I mean, yes, you're right. You're right. It was created for that reason, for tracking purposes and to get past the big banks that you really don't have access to your money, um, and you can make purchases um, throughout life with this electric currency, or this uh, what words am I looking for? I can't think of the words I'm looking for. But basically, it's, I wouldn't say it's not real currency, but this Jesus, why can't I think of the words that I'm trying to say? Basically, it's not the same as using a dollar, to where the banks really control how much you get, you receive, you can spend, all of that other stuff. If you wanted to take out $100,000 right now from your bank account, you would walk to the bank and you would say, "Hey, I want to take out $100,000." They'll say, "I can't." Um, they'll say, "First, what do you need that money for?" And you'll say, "It's none of your business. I can use the money for whatever I want to use it for." So then you take the money out, or try to take the money out, but they say, you need to give us a 3-day window, or 3 days in advance, to get the money here in order to take the money out. And that 3-day window gives them, time to figure out your financial situations, dive into why you're taking out the money, all that stuff, which could be a protection issue. But either way, you want to take your money out. When it comes to spending in crypto, you can use that as a form of payment. So if you have Bitcoin and you have millions of dollars in Bitcoin, you can pay somebody $1 million in Bitcoin without any hassle from any bank or any person that's in charge of that. Maybe through whatever exchange you're in, but if you have it in your wallets, then you could just instantly pay whatever you want to pay. Um, so today I can't think of words. Digital, online, virtual. There we go. Those are all the words that I was looking for, and I couldn't think of it. I was like, electric. Digital currency. That's what. Technically, you're using electricity, but whatever. I don't care. Yeah, I wake up too early, I guess. I don't know. Oh, private transactions. I was looking for digital currency, and I said electric. Oh my God. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Isaiah, for upgrading your membership. I appreciate that. Uh, Hi, Matthew. Do you know, uh, do you, what? Uh, what do you think, I guess, of Binance flexible interest of 2% every 2 days? Um, Flexible interest of 2% is good. Anything that's flexible, it's not as great as like having um, something staked for a longer period of time, or a certain period of time. But flexible interest is always amazing. When you can find a way to still make it liquid and still gain interest, it's perfect. I love the flexible interest that you get with Coinbase when you do have a position over there. Anytime you hold it, you gain interest with it, and it gets deposited into your investment. We've all been there. Electric transactions are pricey these days. They are. They are. 95% of the supply is circulating now. So how is it possible to burn without minting new coins except that 5% non-circulating? So understand the way that it does burn. It burns through transaction. So if you're making a transaction, you're burning a portion of that transaction. So it's not about just burning the supply there. It's about taking what you have, selling it, and 1.2% of that goes towards burning. Any volume in the day goes towards burning. So it's not about what's here, it's about what's here in dollar values. Because then if you have that, they take a portion of it, they burn it, right? And then the next person, they have $1 million, they take 12,000 and they burn it, right? So you're just burning the part of the you're just burning part of the why are we getting all this spam? Don't, come on. I marked 1.2%. 1.2% sunburn people often on the volume. I don't know what that, maybe you meant to put something else. This article in CoinMarketCap says Luna not getting to $1. Of course, there's going to be a ton of articles that will say this is not going anywhere, this is not going here, this is going to go here. There's going to be a lot of articles downplaying it and also talking about it. Let me go ahead. I do have to go to members only because this is the last 30 minutes. Thank you for being you. Thank you for saying that. TCP Pro, thank you for the $20 super chat. I greatly appreciate that. I really do. Thank you for becoming a member, Triskin T. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Probably not. I butcher names all the time. We have 1,000 likes. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. We are going to go to members only right now. So if you are not a member, it's 99 cents to become a member. And we can get to all of the different chats. I do like to give the members a little bit of time to maybe get their questions through. And since we have 800 people and not 1,800 people here today, I think we can get through with a lot of questions. If the repegging succeeds, won't we risk a crash happening again, or how things could be different from before the crash? So yes, if we don't have a form of security. So I think with anything that you do, you always learn from the mistakes that you had. So if we know that there was an attack outside, we need security to back it. And that's what they were working on. I think with the BTC investment that they did have, that's what they were working on with that in reserves. Because if you have that in reserves, you can back this position in the billions. And you want something that's worth billions so it doesn't decrease the value. So that's why Bitcoin was probably the best option, right? If you went with anything else like USTC or USDC or whatever, right, you would end up, let's say you had $5 billion in reserves, you would take the $5 billion from that position. So you're decreasing that position that you're pulling from to save USTC. So it's a problem if the position is not worth more than $5 billion, right? So you have to find a way to support that or secure it, but you can secure it. And I think they will find the security. So it does put us at risk, but if they figure out how to learn from their mistakes, you'll be good. Fido, thank you for for becoming a member. Matt, I just woke up. I missed the whole thing, but I woke, but it was 3 a.m. So I thought I'd rest for hours later. Well, it's cool. Thank you for being here. Anyways, I appreciate it. You can always rewatch everything that we talked about. Mainly, it was all about Lunic. So there were a couple of pieces that we talked about farm. We talked about ADA. We talked about KRL, and some other positions. So nice. What's up, Matt? Do you think BTC could fall as hard as Luna did originally? I love to just move to BTC if this pops. Um, so do I think BTC could fall as hard as Luna did? I don't think BTC will fall as hard as Luna did. BTC tends to have pullbacks of about 90%. This pullback that we've seen was a high of 75%, that it dropped, and I don't think it will drop further than 75%, which was 17,700. So no, I don't think it can fall as far as Luna did. If it ever did happen, um, I'm sure there would be a lot of people that are looking to buy at some of these low prices. If it dropped down to $100, everybody would buy. If it dropped down to $1,000, everybody would buy. So no, I don't think BTC is going to drop that low. I know I'm blocked out of my Telegram and all sorts. You're blocked out of your Telegram? Well, that's not good, I guess. Just bought 250K more Lunic. Nice. Nice. Hopefully you're receiving Lunic as well from Luna T. Good move, Trev. I knew what you meant. Yeah, I had a day off Friday and managed to load up on some more then. Right on. Yeah. Um, is the drop just people taking profit and checking support lines? So yeah, you probably have bigger holders. What I'm looking at is you have bigger holders that probably are taking some profit because they're looking for smaller profits, not larger profits. And then you have also people that are taking their initial investment, maybe a little profit to leave some on the table so that they're comfortable with what they're holding. It makes sense to do that. If you see it get up to doubling your investment, take what you have, take half of what you have, and pull it out. Take your original investment, pull it out. You're comfortable now because everything else is gravy, right? Where can I buy Luna T? You can buy Luna T on PancakeSwap, LBank, or Coinin. So I have it on my MetaMask where I bought it on PancakeSwap. That's where I have my Luna T, and I'm receiving my Luna C or Lunic here, which I've received 500,000, a total of 2,005 or 2.5 million, but I gave away 2 million. So yeah. Anyways, guys, we have 839 or 842 people that are here. If you haven't had a chance to hit the like button, please do so. It does help out the channel. It helps out with growth. I appreciate everybody that is here. I know yesterday was really good when it comes to the volume. It comes to the hype around it. It comes to the market cap hitting a $2 billion market cap. That's insane. And it gives us a new level to focus on rather than just focusing on a $1 billion market cap. We understand without the full utility in place, a $2 billion market cap is possible. And for it to kind of hold around between the 1 billion and 2 billion mark. If you buy Luna T on LBank, your rewards are in Luna T, not in Lunic. Yeah, so that's a good point. You want to make sure if you want your rewards in Lunic, you buy on PancakeSwap, hold it in a wallet, and you'll get those rewards there. Matt, the drop feels like a hangover after a hell of a party. I hear you. I hear you. It's not a crazy drop, but it's 18%. We're down to 0.0002273. What's up, DJ Trev? Good morning, bro. I watched the video from Matt and yourself. I don't care what it's about to get the like. Wait, to get a like, even if it has nothing to do with anything I'm into. Yeah. Oh. So yeah. throughout this video, I mean, we talked about Terra Luna Classic, we talked about USTC, we talked about Lunatics token, and just understanding, uh, how the repeg, sorry, how the repeg situation will work or can work. I hope that everything goes as planned. I hope we see um, this fully get repegged in the best way possible, not seeing this minted now, or seeing $10 billion worth minted right now, but eventually we can see that mint take place. Whether they want to do a mint of 100 million right now, and then we get to a price where or a supply where we're below, a dollar, we see it get to about $10, and they take that 100 million and maybe put it into USTC to repeg it where they want to repeg it. I don't know how they're going to do that, but it would be great if they did something like that. Um, Healthy drop. I feel that way too. You wealthy guys, Richard. To me, it feels like the celebration at the end of the whiz. Um, where is a good? Where is good to buy Lunic? Where's a good place to buy Lunic? Um, I think you can buy it in a lot of places. I like buying it in crypto.com, or buying it on PancakeSwap through MetaMask or Trust Wallet. And the reason why I like doing that is because it's just, I think you get better price points if exchanges shut down with the amount of volume that you can see through it, and you want to end up selling something at certain levels. PancakeSwap is not going to have that issue, or at least I haven't seen it had that issue, especially while it was dropping so far. I was able to buy it at the lowest prices possible on PancakeSwap, and uh, on MetaMask via PancakeSwap, and I'm happy with that, and that's why I keep majority on of that on PancakeSwap. Sorry that I can't speak. So you can buy it there. You can buy it crypto.com. You can buy it Binance, KuCoin, Gate.io. So many different places that you can buy Lunic on. Binance is a good spot. Yeah. 22 would be a good resistance level for now, I think. Is there a time frame as to when USTC would be repegged, sooner or later? Yeah, so I'm thinking that it depends how long the burn takes. Now, I don't know what their plan is, if they're looking to try and repay that debt as soon as possible. I would wait until Terra Luna Classic gets to a way higher price, then you could repay that debt. Um, but if it was my decision, and it's not my decision, but if it was my decision, I would say focus on the burns of Terra Luna Classic and USTC. Then when those burns take place to where 1 billion USTC exists, and less than 1 billion, or 1 billion of Terra Luna Classic exists, and you see Terra Luna Classic's price maybe at $4 to $5 to $10 or something, now you can see that repeg to a dollar. You can also see the re-enabling of the algorithm at that point, but that's only at that point. So it may take for that to all happen. That may end up being around a year. And then within that 1 to 2 year mark, you would see the full like repeg and re-enable of the algorithm that everybody wants to see. While people are making their sells, they're making their buys, they're doing whatever they have to do in order to take their profit. We see this get back to normal. PancakeSwap is using the Binance side of the chain, right? Yes. Yes, that is correct. Because yeah, you can Uniswap is using Ethereum, so PancakeSwap is using a Binance side. What validators have the new proposal? So there's no new proposal right now. I don't know who is creating this proposal here, but we're going to be talking to some people about this, and we're going to figure out if this could be something that works. Because if it's something that does work, and we can actually agree on where we land and what we're doing from here, then someone like me can support it and talk to you guys about it and what it will be and why this is a good thing or a bad thing or something like that. And I can also talk to other creators why this would be a good thing or a bad thing or whatever. But we need to agree as to what the plan is, because I think the ultimate goal is to get Terra Luna Classic, get the chain back to normal, but with more security, added security. So I think that's really the end goal, but we don't know how you're going to do that. We sort of have a way where we're talking about it, but we need to actually get a discussion, which you will see later. Not financial advice, but do you have time frames for price points of 10% of a penny, 10 cents, a dollar? Do I have time frames? My time frames are really based off of what happens with the 1.2 and the volume. But my expectation is that we'll see around that 10% of a penny to 1 penny by the end of the year. 10 cents next year, sometime next year, within a year mark, and then $1 after that year mark. That's my expectation. But does that mean it's reality? I don't know. Zardar said he will join the chat. Nice. All right, so yeah, we can have a full discussion on exactly what will take place. Well, that clears up things. Ugh. The crazy thing is, as soon as we agreed on this is how like my daily life goes, and this is why you see me always like I'll respond 1 minute and don't respond the next minute or whatever, or I'll have something to where I try and plan something out, but Erica and the kids want to do something else. So we're actually going to go see a movie today at 1:45 or 2 o'clock after she gets off of work with the kids. She wanted to go at 4, so because she gets off of work at 2. So I was like, I can't do that because I have like a meeting or slash interview or whatever you want to do it, or just some sort of stream that I have to be on. And she was like, you always have to do something whenever. I was like, yeah, of course. I mean, I plan things ahead of time, but yeah, that's how that works. And since I can't speak, since we're not going at 4, we're gonna go at 2, and she's just gonna meet me there because they play 30 minutes worth of previews, which is ridiculous. 30 minutes worth of previews. I feel like I'm what's that guy from Looney Tunes, the pig, where he goes like, that's all, folks. That's the way that I just felt when I spoke. That sentence was everywhere. I was thinking about a ton of words. I kind of want to replay that and see how that did sound. Richard, thank you for that $20 super chat. No, she doesn't hate you. She doesn't hate you at all. I tend to plan these things ahead of time, but then we always have like spontaneous things that a golf meeting. No. Oh, no. Um, oh, 30 minutes is ridiculous. Yeah, I know. Porky, there we go. Porky the pig. I sound like that. The last time we had a movie that we went to go see, it was literally 35 minutes of previews. And I was like, what in the world is going on here? Why even get here on time if they're gonna put 30 minutes of previews in your face? I'm always interrupting your movies. No, I don't think you always are. Maybe like once or twice, but it's cool. You got to schedule something sometimes, and we do like spontaneous things where we'll be like, all right, well, it's now the weekend. Do you want to go to Hershey on Saturday? And I'm like, it's Friday, tomorrow Saturday. We may have something planned already, and we'll just literally do stuff like that. And it's fun to do stuff like that as long as it doesn't cost a crazy amount of money because I need to budget. I don't like not budgeting, even though I I spent like 4 months without budgeting. And we got about 8 minutes on here. I appreciate everybody that's here. We got 797 people here today. Didn't need to take Harper to the bus today because she has off of school and she's probably upstairs watching some sort of cartoon. 30 minutes of previews because they want you to be hyped for the upcoming movies to the theaters. Yeah, but that's a little much. 30 minutes worth of previews is a little much. And then, not to down AMC, but AMC plays that ad that they have with Nicole Kidman, and that takes up like another like 5 minutes or so. It's an excessive amount of previews. I know it's ridiculous. So I told Erica, I was like, yeah, just meet me there because she gets off of work at 2 o'clock. I was like, by the time you get there, the movie still probably won't be playing. We will be on like preview number 10. Um, but yeah, I mean, today is a good live stream as well. Obviously, yesterday with all the hype was a little bit better of a live stream. I like having, the amount of people here to, just converse with. And I know I can't get to every question. I just try and get to as many as I can um, while we have different things that are on the screen. Uh, let's take some time. Maybe we can look at something. I'm trying to think. Let's look at USTC. Where's USTC at? I want to see where that is. So currently that's down about 14% as well. So yeah, we just need to see an ability to buy all of this. I understand that the thought is, people that hold USTC, can we find a way to get a community effort to transfer over to Lunic? And that's difficult, right? To be able to ask the community to do anything like that, not saying that you're incapable of doing it. It's just people will always try and take advantage of the situation that's at hand. You'll have however many people, I don't know how many holders there are, but you'll have however many people that decide to hold on the position because they know what Terra Classic is going to get to. They know that they're going to repeg it to $1. They know that they can buy it at the absolute lowest point. So instead of sending it over to Lunic, right, they may send it over to Lunic, but then they'll buy Terra Luna Classic or Terra Classic USD at the absolute low to basically reap all the benefits, which could be 100% or 100x gain. Tell Erica that Olga and I will move to PA so I can just swing by every day. Yeah, she wouldn't like that. Yeah. One, because we don't like answering the door because I don't think anybody likes answering the door anymore because of what's like going on and all that stuff. With how you have people that are coming to your door asking for help in the middle of the night and then trying to rob your house and all that stuff. It's ridiculous. Edward Kim is in PA as well. I think Philly. Really? Huh. Small world, right? Philly is its own state though. My fishing channel only has 25 members. I hope one day that it will grow enough to get monetized. What kind of earnings do you see per view? I'm not 100% how YouTube payment works. So it depends on what you do. It depends on the niche. Finance niche gets paid a lot more than like a lot of other places. But if you have something that's like entertainment, that's usually around like $4 to $5 per 1,000 views. So if you get 1,000 views, you can get $4 or $5 out of that. For me, it can range, right? I've had videos that have given me, um, you know, $5 per 1,000 views, depending on how much I talk about finance and all that stuff, and how much or how niche the topic is. And I've also had things that have given me $50 per 1,000 views. And my highest earning video, I believe, is a video about fidelity, where it has like 180,000 views, even though I have videos that have over 200 plus thousand views. I still have yet to have a video over 1 million views, and that's understandable. But hopefully, when it gets to the point to where Lunic goes from $40, or from my $40 that I invested, where it already has increased a hell of a lot, to $40 million. I can literally put something out on YouTube, turning $40 into $40 million with Terra Luna Classic. Maybe having a better title. Um, I just turned $40 into $40 million with Terra Luna Classic. Maybe that's a better title. I don't know. It's kind of the same thing. You can look up people's stats online. Yeah, you can look up people's stats, but they're not accurate. Not accurate at all. Social Blade says that I'm only making like $400 a month, and that's not even close to true. Um, and they just pick the low end. I don't know why they do that. And I've also checked my net worth, and they said that my net worth is like $1,000 or something. I was like, okay, you think that? Perfect. He's like, where do they get these damn numbers from? The site is called Social Blade. Welcome to Money Makes Money member, Jimbo Slice and Raw Status TV. You've been a member for 11 months, almost a year. That's crazy. You're almost there. Can you make a playlist with your earlier videos about debt and budgeting? Um, I think you can look it up, but I have a lot on like credit cards. I have like probably 4 videos on budgeting when it comes to um, the budgeting rules, and Richard around 1K. Matt buying all that Lunic on Pancake Swap made me um, want to learn how to use Binance and Pancake Swap. So thanks for making me learn. Yeah, I mean, you learn every day. I learn every day, even though, it may seem like I know a lot. I don't know everything. And, DJ Trevel helped me out. M. Kriegs helped me out a lot when I used to talk a lot about stocks, with a ton of information, a ton of data that she would put into, Discord and everything like that. And it gave me a lot of information. You learn every single day. No matter who you are, you learn every day. And it's great to learn something new. I learn more from being out in the real world than being in school and reading books. So, Matt, I've been following you for a while from the UK. Just became a member, um, holding 5 million Lunic. Let's go. Love to hear that. Thank you for following. Thank you for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Maybe it's time to redo them and update them. Yeah, possibly, possibly. All right, guys, it's 8:30. I have to go and get this other child up. 1K watch hours to go, Matt. Maybe less. All right, well, let's try and get that 1K watch hours done today. Um, depending how many people we can get over there, just make sure the title is right. Um, make sure that the thumbnail is correct as well. Um, title it something like I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'll have to think about it. But the title and thumbnail mean everything, and you could possibly have um, thousands of people watching um, if you have a certain title. Even though you only have a thousand subscribers, you can have thousands of people that are watching. So anyways, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. If you guys want to join the Patreon, feel free to join the Patreon. Link is in the description. You can also get the Terra Luna Classic exit spreadsheet, which, the original one was posted on June 29th. So make sure you check that out. I do have a new one. Obviously, it's the same thing. It just includes a video. So go ahead and check that. Can't change that damn thumbnail. You can change the thumbnail. So you have to let me show you really quick. So when you go to let's bring this over here. The hell? Let's go to my channel first, because I don't know what the hell that is. Let's go. So if you go to my channel, right, or you go to any channel anywhere on YouTube, and you go up here to create, hit go live. So while you're live, I don't know how many screens you have, but while you're live, what's that? Anyways, while you're live on one screen, I don't know what that was all about, but there was like a noise that happened upstairs. Sorry. While you're on the screen, go to go live. So, and this is on a separate screen so that you can figure out all the different numbers and stuff. So you go live and it'll take you to where you are live if you're logged in. And then just click on the stream. When you click on that stream, you'll be able to click on edit, and you can edit anything you want. So you can edit all the stuff here, and you can go down and edit the thumbnail and edit the title there. So you edit all of that within YouTube, not within Zoom. So we can figure that out and all that stuff. But it's very simple to do that. All right. So anyways, guys, like I said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like all of this. But I'm going to catch you guys in the next video or stream. And Twitch, I'm sorry that I ignored you, but I do appreciate you guys for being here as well.